Hey, my name is Steven. I'm gonna take some inspiration from my brother-in-law and father-in-law and kind of do a fun little video on completely redoing my backyard, my and my fiance's backyard. We bought this house, about a month ago. Backyard is pretty nice. They just zero-scaped absolutely everything. And we have a dog, and we're gonna have kids in the future, so we're gonna want some grass and just kind of more greenery around the backyard. So I'm gonna give you a walkthrough and then kind of tell you what we're up to and see how this goes. Thanks. Standing from the back porch, this is a nice look at our backyard. As you can see, seen better days. So it looks like what they did is zero-scape the entire backyard with kind of this pea gravel, and capped off all the sprinklers and put in actually a nice fire pit, a little planter box here. Go over here, you have a little side yard, what looks to be a little gardening area in this corner, but has now been overrun with weeds. Gate to the front yard there. And then as you go to the back, you see these ledges, retaining walls to the other yard back there, which sadly, looks like they attempted to use some level of landscape fabric, but didn't work well. As you can see, the forest now growing on each one of these ledges and also up top along the fence there. So what are we up to? Kind of starting over here. I'm going to try and section off over here. That's still going to remain gravel. You're going to look at this yard and it's all going to be grass. I'm going to do some landscape edging around this tree, keep some of the rock in there, and then it's going to be grass coming over. And you kind of walk down our little patio, and then right about here we're going to include some sort of walkway that's going to come across here and go back up, little right angle there. Do some edging around the fire pit height there, around the lights, that way it stays rock. All of this becomes grass to about here, down to my feet. That'll remain rock. And then over here, as you can see, there's kind of a curved wall. It at one point looked pretty okay, but I think instead of this, right where that right side of the fence is, I'm gonna draw basically a straight line, bypass this little corner here up to about this corner, put some edging on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the actual rubber edging or these pavers and these retaining wall blocks here, but we're gonna straighten that out. All of that's gonna remain some level of rock. They have another weird one over here with kind of these cool wood landscape edging, but get rid of all that. Make it all consistent, make it all flow a little bit better. Bring some green to the backyard. That way this little mutt right here can run around and have some fun. Well, let's see what we can do. All right, we're up on one of these ledges now. I'm gonna start with pulling all these weeds out, maybe raking some of this, getting rid of that rock, because I got a nice roll of landscape fabric. We're gonna do this the right way. Taking the bulk of the rock out. Not gonna get all of it because it's been here a while. Then we're gonna lay some fabric paper, put some different rock on it, and sweat while we're doing it. bunch of buckets that have been dumped. I'm not gonna get all the rock up. I'm just making it more level, taking a little bit off the top so I can put fabric down and put some more rock on top. This stuff has been here for a while, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world. So it doesn't bug me if we leave a little bit underneath. Good drainage, right, by the retaining wall. Is that how that works? Keep her going. Kind of what it's looking like so far. As you can see, I'm taking bucket loads from over here, and I'll take bucket loads from over here. By buckets, I mean 10 gallons at a time. And just lay it across here, spread it out, up until we'll eventually do everything. Now the fun. All right, been about an hour 20 since I updated last. And this is what we got so far. All right. Looking way better. As an example, that's what it looked like before. Big rock, felt or fabric, paper showing, weeds growing. And now that the rain should hopefully leveled all nice out. It's about 2 inches thick, depending on the area that I placed. It should help with some drainage and just take a step back and just give you a better idea. There's that. As you can see, I'm taking rock up from here and a bunch from there. I'd say that was what? Probably 15 5-gallon buckets full, 12 to 15. And then tonight, hopefully to get done, if the weather cooperates, we're gonna get this other landing done and hopefully get those 2 tomorrow. And then after that, we can start edging, tilling, seeding. We gotta lop these trees, make sure they look better, but that's where we're at so far. Stay tuned. All right, I hurt myself for the first time. And it wasn't my fault, but I did indeed get stung by a bee. So I was pulling up these weeds. There must be a small hive or something right there, but I pulled up some of the weeds and like 8 or 9 of those puppies flew up at me. So I kind of backed away. Lo and behold, a nice little sting. To which I then hightailed it in the house and got my dog. So I'm gonna let that settle out there for a little bit and go back out and either spray him with something or, man, it looks so wimpy on camera, but it hurt. Whatever, we'll figure it out. All right, let's see if we can catch him. I found the little hive. Let's hope they don't want more. But there's a good few bees. And that's right where I ended, as you can see, picking weeds from there to here. Apparently picked the wrong group of weeds. Oh, did I get their hive in there? Was it good? 8 to 10. Just hanging out. All right, it's been about 20 minutes since I was viciously attacked by a bee. You can see there's a nice red ring on it now. But I don't think I'm allergic, so I'm not too worried about it. Cool, since then I've been trimming up this tree. As you can see, the difference from the start of the video to now. Got some piles here, making some piles over there. And then also a few of these branches right here were hanging, I don't know, 3-4 feet off the ground, similar to how this is. So I'm gonna go trim up some of that tree and then call it a night. And then tomorrow I'm hoping to finish up 1, 2, 3 to get them all to look like this, which clears up the rock down here, which allows me to then till up the yard, get some, potentially some fertilizer. I don't know if I want to do that with my dog out here, but get some grass seed down, water it real good, edge everything, make the paths. I still have this whole corner to do, which is overgrown by weeds and nonsense. And yeah, it's about day 1 complete. All right, day 2. Get to work. Again, we're making the rest of these look like that one. Using the rock all around the yard so we can put some grass in. Follow along. All right, dumped a big pile of rocks on the bees. They're freaking out a little bit, wondering what's going on, so hoping I don't get stung, but I'm gonna let that die down. I think I'm gonna work on either this top or this top ledge. And we'll keep going. All right, didn't want to bore you all with a video of the same thing over and over again, but we're making good progress. Here's what it looks like. All right, that's what we did yesterday, that first landing, and then this is what I just did. As you can see, there's a few places where you see weeds come up. That's because the place where I get the rocks has weeds in it. So luckily there's not a lot of dirt, so I'm gonna come in through here and spray all this after where all the green is. And then, yeah, fabric paper went down nice. We're looking at a little bit of a storm coming in now, which I could die for, which we're gonna keep pushing through when it rains so that it cools me off. It's a win-win. Well, yeah, so this is an idea of how it looks now compared to what it used to look like over there. And then eventually we also have these stairs here, as you can see, overrun. Same thing here though. I'm gonna pull up whatever, it's basically a 4x4, 6x6 or something. There's a little dirt gap in the middle where those rocks are. So I'm gonna dig that out and either put these rocks back in it or source more of my own rock from down there. Beehive is now covered, but as you can see, there's still a good bit of bees going around it. So I'm hoping it rains, because I think the rain will scare the bees, or no, put the bees underground, and then I can really dump some rock on them. So looking rough, but looking a whole lot better. Okay, I'm officially exhausted. Luckily, God blessed us with some cloud cover, so that's made it easier. Here's where we're at. All right. First 2 landings are complete. Pulled some weeds here and there. I need to pull more, but I think what I'm gonna do, because we're running out of this rock, I'm gonna leave the rock in those 2 as is. Just pull some weeds, fill in where I need to. There's a lot of rock on this corner over here, so I'm gonna pull some of that in, tidy it up, make it look good. Then we're gonna do the stairs. But before all of that, because I'm absolutely sick of moving rock, we're gonna get some edging done. So I think to start is gonna be this walkway here. So I'm gonna basically do edging from there to here and up to this corner directly to the left. And then over here, starting out going up to the side of the stairs. So let's get that all lined out and get it complete. Slight change, it's gonna rain on me, so might put a quick pause on the yard for now. Whew. I don't think I can be pretty productive right now. There's also a tornado warning for my area. There you go. Good size, huh? Pretty sure my car is in for it. Crap. Yep, my car's done. Look at those hail pieces. This sucks. Well, would be nice if I could. Oh! I have a bad feeling about this. I got a handful of dings across the car. Yeah. How's the roof look? Up front looks pretty good. Side rails. Ding right there. Yep, I got a ding on the roof. All right, it's a good few hours later. People talking in the background. Now we're gonna make me a little path from my patio to the stairs and to the fire pit. And this is what that's gonna look like. So right now we have a very rough path. You can see where I've been digging when it comes to the rock we've put on those two beds up there. But, oh, if I can fix my phone. But now I'm gonna put proper edging down both sides of this path. To the left over there. I'm gonna see how that looks. Might throw a little time lapse together to make it all look kind of cool. Thanks. It ain't perfect, but as it settles, it should look a lot nicer. So we got a nice path here. There's a bunch of dirt mixed in with it because of where I was digging on either side, but that should wash away and all settle down where it'll be nice and pretty rock. Now we're gonna work on edging over here. Somewhere along this side of the house, I'm gonna draw a nice perpendicular line to that side where wherever that line ends up being, it's gonna be grass, 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 pathway, bunch of grass over here. So we'll get there. I love the evenings here. Very pretty and it's nice and cool. So let's keep going. All right, getting a little dark out, but I have a good bend of the edging done. So this is what it looks like. All right, so the first part that you guys already saw was the walkway. I did add this 90-degree angle over here. So all where I'm walking is gonna be this nice rock all the way to the stairs. Grass will be on this side. Where this kind of nice right angle is, grass will be over here. And now we walk over to this side. What I have yet to do is right here. Again, like I said earlier, this has a nice curve to it, which I'm just going to extend straight out, matching up with the corner of that into that fire pit there. But I just sectioned off this part back here with some edging, meaning grass will go from where I'm standing up until that remains rock. Not sure if I'm gonna store trash cans or make some sort of garden area for the fiancé, but now we have a nice firm edge that we can work around. So, I mean, hey, we can see the outline. You can see the comparison between the rock and the weeded area up there. Now the whole goal is to, I think, if I'm feeling up to it, if my back isn't totally broken tomorrow, That rock here, this rock that I'm standing on, is gonna fill those two planters up there. I don't even know if you call them planters, but they're these edges that look a lot better zero-scaped, and all the green can remain down here with the grass. So that's the goal. We'll see what I end up doing tonight. It's nice and cool, but it's also late. I'm also tired, so we're gonna see how this goes, huh? All right, calling it a quit for day 2. You're not gonna see much, but we're gonna show you what it looks like. All right, today we finished the top one, finished the edging on here, over there, and the rain helped us out in regards to the ground being as hard as it was, so it softened the ground a bit, but also was a detriment to us because I couldn't work for a good solid 3 hours. So, game plan for tomorrow. 2 little beds up there. I want to mirror what they look like. I'm pretty sure I have enough rock over here and up and around to about there. As you can see, I've been digging here, been digging throughout here, and all through that there. So I'm confident I can figure out enough rock to fill those 2 beds up there. As you can see, a nice little comparison on this walkway, left and right. Left is complete, right is not. After that, we're gonna pull a bunch of weeds up. We're gonna finish clearing out this weird little bush behind there. We're going to trim up this tree, and then in the very back corner up there, there's a tree. We're gonna do the stairs. And then I hope my brother-in-law has a little tiller. If not, I'm gonna do it by hand, but once all the rock is gone, we're going to till up this dirt. I'm gonna add some topsoil I bought from Lowe's, just to make sure everything's nice. You can see when I dig all the rock up, it leaves it a bit low, which should be okay, but the topsoil should help kind of bridge the gap between not okay and okay. So backyard is indeed coming along. Manual labor, killing me, but we're making it, huh, Romeo? Hey, hi, sweet boy. What are you doing? All right, catch you tomorrow. All right, day 3. This is what it's looking like. All right, as you can see, 2 are done, 2 are not done. Goal today is to get those 2 done, clear all this rock out, finish up clearing the rock there, put some edging over here, edging right along this corner to the fence, and then some level of edging around the tree, or I don't know if I make it a nice square, who knows, but that's what it's gonna look like. All right, even with the clouds, it's nice and hot, but we're 3/4 of the way there. This is what it looks like. All right, 1, 2, bottom level done. Top level to go. Digging up this yard. There's still, it looks like there's a lot of gravel, but if you go over to it, a lot of this stuff is just 1 rock deep before you get to dirt. So it's hard to skim it without taking too much dirt with me as I make trips over to throw the rock on the pile. There's a little strip that goes up. I think I'm gonna ignore that for now. I wanna get the rest of this done before the girl gets home from her bachelorette party. So the goal now, up there and the stairs. Romeo, how we doing, dude? I'm exhausted, okay. I'm done for now. I'm gonna take a few hour break this afternoon, evening, come back and do some more, but I'm excited. This is what we're looking like. All right, our pathway. I put a few more stakes on each side because a few parts were a bit wobbly. Not much different over here. Just took a ton more rock out. These lamps were along the outside edge, so I took those out and put them up top. I decided not to do a border around the fire pit. Instead, the grass is gonna go right to it. So again, grass will be along here. I'm still gonna do a border here. I might do that this evening. So it'll be kind of more rectangular to this part. The grass will flow over to that corner there. We're gonna fill more rock in. You can see it's dirt. Once the rain hits it, it'll be nice. Then over here, we're gonna grass. You can see I added edging around the bottom of this tree. That way I don't have to try and get a mower way underneath there. But grass is gonna come along here. And I'm gonna draw an edge right around there where this will remain rock, or I don't know if I want grass coming that way. We'll just figure that out. But the big thing that took me the solid 3 hours is all 4 are basically done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The beehive is still, there's still bees run around it. And then there's this corner that kind of goes up. It's a slope behind those walls. I have not touched that yet just because we're running out of rock down here. And I'm exhausted, so not doing that right now. And then another thing, you can see these stairs look a whole lot better. They were overrun with weeds and that bigger rock. I put landscape fabric down, put some nice rock on each one so the wood is showing. I'm a little worried about not drainage, but things trying to come down the stairs, so at some point I may dig that further down, but for now it's gonna hang out as it is. All right, now that the majority of the rock is done, the rock up there, I now have to worry about getting the actual ground ready for grass. So this is what I'm doing. All right, to give you an idea of what things are looking like right now. Although the bulk of the rock is gone, there's still rock. And that worries me slightly when it comes to planting grass, because I don't think grass is gonna plant well when there's still rock. So what I'm doing is getting some big mounds coming away from the edging, kind of testing to see how deep things are. And I'm gonna get as much as I can up, make a little pile, I think around the corner over there, just to use later. And after all that's done, I'm gonna till the ground up. My brother-in-law had a tiller he let me borrow, which was very nice of him. I'm gonna till everything up, add soil to low spots. I think this is a little bit of a low spot here. Add some soil in, rake it out, make sure it's nice and level. Then we'll seed, lightly rake it again to get the seeds into the just covered by the top layer of soil. Water it and we should be good. But tonight I hope to, I think, just get rid of the bulk of the rock into a pile. That way tomorrow I can focus on tilling and seeding and watering and so on, but it's coming along. All right, apparently I just sweat buckets all the time. Both, but it's looking good. Here's what it looks like. All right, got the ground all tilled up, aside from this kind of back edge because I don't have an extension cord that goes from my outlet all the way to the end. So we're gonna improvise or go buy one. I did not till this side yet, so you can kind of see the difference. There's a little bit of worry when it comes to the amount of rocks over here that were hiding underneath a little bit of dirt that I pulled up. But I'm hoping when I add some topsoil, everything kind of settles down and the seeds can germinate and actually come up. So catch you guys all tomorrow. Okay, fourth and final day. The girls' plane lands in about 6 hours. So I'm gonna spend the next 3 or 4 finalizing the yard. Man, I'm exhausted. I'm really gonna hope I got enough rock out for the grass to start growing, but I think I'm gonna hold off on this grass for now, wait a few weeks, see how this does. Make sure I don't have to redo anything over here. We'll see, pray for me. Okay, seeding is now done for half the lawn. Not bad. All right, this is what we're looking at. Tons of rocks in there. I may have wasted a couple $100, but we're gonna see what we can make of it. If need be, I'll go buy 20 more bags of dirt and just cover it all up. So time will tell on that, but I think it's looking pretty good. So we're gonna hope that everything grows nicely. Now I'm gonna clean up this pathway before the lady gets home, pick some of these weeds up, just make it look a little bit nicer for the big surprise that when she comes over. Okay, I think I've reached my finish line, at least for this weekend. Considering it's Monday and I started Friday, I bled into the work week, but this is what we're looking like. Just now I finished picking some weeds over here. I also kind of smoothed out this path a little bit so it looks a little more rocky rather than dirt. Pick some weeds here. Up top on those beds, I'm gonna go through and spray a good bit of poison up there to kill those weeds, but yeah, gonna leave this for now. This is what I'm gonna pay attention to. See if the grass even grows here. I'm hoping it will. I'm hopeful it will. I may even come afterwards, after it starts to sprout a little bit, spread some compost and more soil over top so that can all settle down and hopefully avoid issues with the rocks. So who knows, but that is the backyard. Looking a lot better than it did before, and will look a lot better once we see some green up here. Thanks so much for following along.